Chris, thanks so much. A developing story here at 4. A week-long effort to crack down crime on I-85 and parts of I-26 ended today. It's the annual Operation Rolling Thunder. We see it every year in Spartanburg County. 15 law enforcement agencies from around the state and even out of state come together to help Sheriff Chuck Wright put the brakes on drugs passing through our state. And the sheriff's always very outspoken about this operation. He held a news conference this morning, as he usually does, to announce the results. And they got a lot of cash this year. Carrie Weimer standing by for us along I-85. And I know, Carrie, a lot of folks are wondering what in the world was going on I-85 this week.
I was one of those. I was actually one that was driving up and down wondering what all the cars were out for, and now we know. You know, Sheriff Wright mentioned this morning that anytime you get drugs and criminal activity off of the roads, it's a success. Well, Operation Rolling Thunder has been going on for 14 years, and this week they had another successful week. If you drove on Interstate 85 anywhere between Atlanta and Charlotte, chances are you saw some of these cars. And even if you didn't, they saw you.
We had a very successful week of Rolling Thunder.
Over 45 officers from 15 different law enforcement agencies assisted in the week-long operation, according to Spartanburg Sheriff Chuck Wright, who started the annual crackdown 14 years ago.
It is a good way to keep people from other states driving through and dropping off drugs and whatever that they're bringing in, stolen weapons and all kinds of nonsense that we just simply don't need in our neighborhood.
This morning, the sheriff's office displayed the drugs, money, and other items seized from this week's bust.
When they drop those things off here, they're not just selling it. They are selling it, but they're also selling it to people who live and work with us and who know us and that we love.
The sheriff's office says they had over 1,200 traffic violations, 74 drug violations, and 28 arrests. Wright says some of the drugs collected this year included marijuana, heroin, LSD, ecstasy, waxes, methamphetamines, and other things like gummies and edibles.
I think this is the better one we've had in probably about 7 years. I mean, I haven't compared the numbers, but I do. I think this is really successful.
Almost $320,000 were seized from the week-long operation. The sheriff's office saying that money will now go through the civil forfeiture process.
We've been doing this for 14 years, and we still keep getting these numbers. You know, so we have more work to do.
Now, if you'd like to see a full breakdown of what happened here on 85 behind me throughout this past week, just visit us in our free Fox Carolina News app or online at foxcarolina.com. Cody?